showcase looks like a printed page with pictures, but the browser needs to know how to put images on the place where they should be, which font to use, and so on. When we request the page, and let's say google.ca, the browser gets the page as a long string of the text. Then browser converts this long string of the text to Excel page. The language which is used for that, called hypertext markup language. HTML is an abbreviation of hypertext markup language. What is hypertext? Hypertext means a linkage between pages. In this example, when I click on one of the books, I'm getting the page for this specific book. And this means hypertext. What markup means inside of hypertext markup language? Let's have a look at the paragraph with the text just fulfilling the space. You see the first line looks like a title, and the second and later is just a paragraph. And if I process this text as a string in the browser will ignore it. First line will be together with the second, and it will be no space and no difference between them. Let's open Web Developer tool and have a look at the text. You see that the first line comes separately from the old text, but in browser we don't see any difference. Have a look now. You see the first line now different from the whole paragraph. It became a heading. It's bolder, it's bigger, and it's separated with the space. Have a look what's changed inside of the web development tool. We see two elements, first line and all other text, and it's tagged for the browser to know what exactly to represent. So this first line surrounded with tag H1, which represented heading 1, and then we have paragraph, which is represented by P tag. This surrounding markup works the magic. To know where to start, we use an opening tag, which look like less than tag name, then more than. This is opening one. Then we have content like text, image, link, table. And then we have closing tag. And you see that second symbol of the closing tag, which is a \, tells the browser that the rule for this particular element is over. It means the paragraph finished, or heading is finished. The closing tag should be absolutely the same as opening, except of having one more symbol. It is possible to have tags nested in each other, but the rule is they cannot be mixed. HTML has a list of special tags like head, body, P for paragraph, IMG for an images. If you are in Google Chrome or Safari, please press the F12 button on the top line of your keyboard. The same effect we will get by right-clicking on the page element and selecting Inspect from the drop-down menu. Let's have a look at Google main page. The code has different color for different things. The tags are purple. The document starts with the line in gray doc type. It says a doc type HTML, which is telling the name of the language for this particular page. And the exclamation mark tells browser not to show and not to use it. The first purple tag is HTML, which has closing tag HTML at the very end of the code. Next two tags are head and body. Head has instruction, title, and description, but it is hidden from the user view. And body has all page elements like text and pictures. The elements are nested inside of the body tag, and it's very useful because they are collapsible and you can collapse it to see another elements or open them to see what's inside each element. Right-clicking on a specific element opens it in the Webmaster Tool, which also shows out the whole element hierarchy to the very top, to the HTML tag. Often, tag has additional words inside like class, style, ID. They are tag attributes. They tell the browser to use additional information about this element. It could be the background, color, image border, data to be represented in the text. Click an instruction. Please find two links in resource section of this lecture. First link will give you a list of all HTML elements with description and samples of use. Second link will have a list of attributes for the text and samples of the use. Front end, it's not only HTML, it also has two more components. First component, cascading style sheet, which is CSS, and it's allowed us to put colors for the elements on the page, and also border for the tables and pictures, put font size for different elements. And one more element of the front end is JavaScript. JavaScript makes interactivity magic, like giving us drop-down menus and shows pop-up windows.